Hi guys, welcome back to TWS Football Podcast. I'm the host Serena and I'm here with the lovely AR. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Hello, my name's Amory Brown and I'm a football player for Mill Lionesses. I'm 16 years old and I've been playing football since young. So yeah.
Interesting. But today we're going to talk about women football. So just anything about women football, to be honest. So like you said, you play for Millwall. What league are they in?
So the Women's League, they're in the London and South East Regional League. Whereas my league for the under-18s, we're currently in the JPL League and the Women's Capital Cup and the London Cup. So we're in the final for both cups and we're sitting second in the league right now. So yeah,
that's good. Wait, what does GPL?
Junior Premier League.
Oh, okay, can make sense.
So yeah, so we're in we're in a league with full of academies such as Fulham, West Ham, and all of that. So yeah.
What position do you play?
I play holding midfielder. So CDM, literally between the back four, and then you just got me, and then you got the rest of the centre mid, so the cams, and then the strikers and the wingers.
Oh, okay. So wait, you're kind of like a defender then?
Yeah, so I'm a defender, but in the centre of the pitch.
Okay, yeah, so not like proper back.
So I've got a lot of running to do. Like I've got to go to attack, and then I've got to go to defence, but I love it.
So how has the season been so far?
Really good so far. I mean, as I said, we're in 2 finals, and we're playing up against women that are 35 years old,
Is it?
big women, yeah, and we're
No way.
battling them and we're just dominating every game. And in terms of our league, we've been doing really well. I don't think we've lost more than 3 games, and yeah, it's just been going really well.
Oh wow.
So far, especially because it's I'm playing with girls that most of them I've never played with before, and we kind of just gelled and just
How does that work because with girls I feel not that it's hard to get on with girls, but obviously it's not like with boys when they're together and they play football they don't care, they're just playing. But how is it with girls playing football?
With girls, I mean, when I first, because also I've been at Mill since under 16s, and then I wasn't for the under 18 pre-season, I wasn't here, so it was a whole new team. When I first came, it was harder coming into a new team and trying to figure out who I'm going to talk to, this, that, ever. Luckily I had 3 friends that were still there, but with girls you kind of got to just put yourself out there and not just shy away, because with boys, as you said, it's easier, especially playing football, they get more excitement out of it. They're like, oh, you play football, let's be friends. But with girls, you've got to kind of suss each other out a bit. But then with my team, it's I had a few stages where I was okay, I don't know who I'm going to actually be cool with. And the next thing you know it, I just put myself out there, be confident.
Yeah.
And then it's okay, we may not be the best of friends, but you're my friend, you know what I mean? You're my girl, I got your back, sort of thing. So with girls football, it's much more much more emotional, because girls are we are more emotional, but it's just more I just love it.
So do you watch any men football at all, or is it because obviously you're a girl, you play football, so do you just watch the women's league, or do you also watch the
I do definitely watch the men's league more than the women's league.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm a big Arsenal supporter, so as soon as Arsenal come on, I'm watching their games. But I tend to find more that I don't know if it's because obviously women's football is only starting to really get out there. But with men's football, I've grown up with my whole family's supporting Arsenal, so the excitement of watching this player, watching that player, that's what I've kind of been brought up with. And with women's games, I love to watch them because it's I feel I can relate to that, because obviously as being a female footballer, it's I know the dynamics. Whereas with men's football, it's just more excitement. But I think that's because I've just watched it a bit more, so that's probably why.
Who's your favourite player?
My favourite at Arsenal, I've got quite a few, to be honest. Xhaka is my favourite player just because his confidence and his aggression, I just love it. And very weird one, Partey as well, because he plays my position. So when I'm watching him play, I'm this is what to do. I know what to do. But overall, my favourite player is Busquets, and he plays for Barcelona. So
fair enough.
Whole contrast, but for the women's, it's definitely Lauren James, who plays for Chelsea. I watch her and I'm just wow, I've been looking up to her since young, so I'm just that's my type of ideal player for me. So
No, but Lauren James, she's good. I feel a lot of people like her. Even I like her. Do you feel the same feeling when you watch men play and women's play, or not really?
Not really. As I said, it's with men's, I get more excitement because I feel and also it's also almost with the crowd as well. You get more excitement. You know, all the chants, all of the people there, the popularity, and it's just you kind of rises your adrenaline as well. Whereas with women's football, I mean, watching Arsenal play women's, like, I still get excited, but I kind of look at it more of a critical type of, I don't know if critical is the right word, but like, as I said to you before, I can kind of relate to it. So I'm looking at the players more than when I'm watching Arsenal men's, I'm not actually enjoying the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, not that it's silly, but can you ever imagine like the Arsenal men playing against the women's team for
It'd be nice to see in terms of like who's, I don't know, honestly, like when I obviously see like the debate who can women's teams, the NWSL play the Premier League teams, I think in terms of technicality wise, yes, like female football, they're so technical, like they're so on point and their technique, but when I watch it, it's flawless. But in terms of like when it comes to strength, you know, like men are just built different, so it's like I feel like they'll put up a good battle, and I don't know, it'll just be a bit of a like men will win physically, but like women will be able to dominate in terms of like their speed and their technical ability. So I mean, if I was to ever watch, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Because men are just like naturally stronger.
Yeah.
So if anything, they'll try and use that to win.
Literally, like they'll see like, not that strength is the women's weakness, but they know they've got more of it, so they'll like embody it more.
Do you know who Mark Skinner is?
I'll say I don't know.
He's the Manchester United women's coach.
Oh.
So my next question is, like, what do you think about like the fact that men can coach females when it comes to football, but women can't coach men?
Well, like, I'm gonna use an example. Obviously, I was out in America this summer, and I was watching the boys training. Their manager was actually a woman, and their coach was a woman. So it's like, and they were winning and they were dominating all their games. So I feel like,
sorry, let me just rephrase, because I know it does happen like in basically just in the Premier League, like you just don't see in the Premier League.
Yeah, in the Prem. Okay, cool. I feel like a woman can actually coach a men's team in the Prem. Like, obviously we've got great coaches right now. Well, I say that we've got great coaches, but it would just be nice to see as well, because it's almost like women are kind of underestimated when it comes to their tactical point of view.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, if you look at the Lionesses in 2022, they won the Euros, and it was a woman who coached them to win the Euros.
Yeah.
What's the difference in terms of a woman coaching a men's team? You know what I mean? So it's just like, it can be done, but it's like whether they're gonna still look at the whole, oh, you're a woman sort of thing. Like, can you really take it on? But it's like, they can, you know what I mean? It's like,
literally.
At the end of the day, it's the same sport, you know what I mean? And it's like, maybe they may be looking at emotional side of things, whether if men or like women are more emotional, obviously like girl to girl, we know how to handle sort of things, whereas women to man, like, but at the same time, it's like, try it, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not gonna do you any harm. It's like, you're complaining about, people complain about all these managers. I'm just like, well, try something new then. Like,
that's what I mean.
Rather than you guys complaining, like, just try it.
And I feel like, and because at the end of the day, they all go through the same qualifications to become a coach. So it's like,
what's the difference?
Exactly.
Like, it's really not that deep at the end of the day. As I said, like, women coaches can lead teams to win. They're female teams, so what's the difference with a men's? Like,
exactly.
And also, like, with the teams, like, you've got a head coach. If the head coach is a female, you've got the goalkeeper coach, who could be a man. You've got so many different, within the football team, so many different coaches. Like, why not just have a female head coach who can show you this, that, whatever? The only women like, who's a part, not the player you see on the bench, is the physio, like, and that's really it. Like, the rest of the coaches are men, so it'll be definitely more interesting. And when I have been coached by females, like, and when I went to America and saw the boys getting coached by a female, it's like, they're more hard on it, you know what I mean? They're more hands on. Like, with us, I feel like we have not more determination, but like, we know what we want and we're gonna go get it straight away. You know what I mean? I feel like whether that's with a man or a female, I feel like we just have that drive. So it's like, as I said, why not give it a go and like show us that we can that we got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you tell us like some pros and cons about being a female footballer?
So
if there's any.
Yeah, pros about being a female footballer. Definitely like creates a sense of not conformity. Like, makes you feel comfortable. Because it's like, you see all these girls playing football, and then like you can kind of get together and you're like, oh my gosh, you're a girl as well. Like it feels really good to like have that girl be there for you to play football. And also like it just makes you build more connections with other people as well. Whereas if it was like with boys, like they, as you said, they click, whereas with female footballer, like we can click and then meet new people as well. So that's like the pros of it, like just being able to have heart and hearts with your friends and like not get criticized, or like if you've got an idea you're not going to get criticized, and like just meeting new people. Whereas with the cons, it's more like we just need more, like the little things in terms of like, but I know in my team, like in terms of money wise and travel wise, like if we, like they see that we're doing well, if we just get that bit more recognition, you know what I mean, like in terms of if you're going to pay for our travel, if we're going to get more kit, like if we're just going to get as much recognition as the boys do, you know what I mean, like even when it comes down to getting our games recorded and all of that, just little stuff like that, little materialistic stuff that kind of makes it more like I feel like I'm a footballer, you know what I mean, especially like when coming from Sunday League to an academy, but the academy isn't rolling how the boys academy do, you know what I mean, you want to see that sudden change, because also that just gives you more motivation to be like, okay, I'm at the top now, let me work till I get to the high, you know what I mean?
It's just like motivation to push you to even want to do better. It's like I've been to Dorking before. Do you know the football team Dorking? Yeah. So they have a female team, but it's like that, you know, when you enter like a stadium and then it says like the price of like how much it is to watch them play. I think I can't really remember exactly what the price was, but I think like the men's price to watch them was way more than to watch a female's game. And me personally, if I was a female footballer and I saw that, I would be offended, because why is my game,
it still happens,
why is my game less expensive than the men's
games at Wembley? Women games, like you're getting a ticket for free, like that's Wembley. Crazy. It's like, okay, I'm a child, but how much of the adult ticket is £4? I'm just like, but you're going, you know, everyone goes to Wembley because that's where the big games are held, it's the finals.
Exactly.
And it's just like, I'm paying £2, £4, even getting in for free. But with the men's game, I'm having to like dish out as much money as I can just to get one ticket. And it's just that they got to kind of come better. Like female football is rising, and it's like, obviously not go crazy with your prices, but just take that more recognition in.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it's just kind of, it's just weird how like,
and if anything, just make it the same as men, because at the end of the day it is the same sport.
Exactly. And it's like, even when Arsenal women's play at the Emirates, like I'm still paying £4 for a ticket. I'm just like, oh, okay. Wow. Who else wants a ticket? Like I can buy everyone and their mum a ticket. Whereas with men's, like I can't go to Arsenal games because of how expensive they are, and like people are reselling them and all of that. And I'm just like, you'll never get that hype for a girl. I know that that whole debate, men get paid more and all of that, but that's because they got the sponsorships. And I'm just like, if females get the same sponsorships as men, like they're given an opportunity to get as much sponsorships, be in as much adverts, have their own brands, then you know what I mean, then we can build up towards that.
As soon as more people will get, what's the word, not attracted to the women's game, but that basically, that's probably when things will start to change. But then it's like, what will get them to like it? It's just it's because like if you like football, it's like, why not watch it? But then I can't even say that, because not that I don't watch women's football, but I don't even think I see it on TV, or maybe because I'm not looking for it.
No, not much. Like, I mean, when the Euros was happening, like it was on every day, you know what I mean? I feel like it's only really on the big screens when them big games are happening, like the World Cup's coming up soon, like you're gonna see that all the time. Whereas with like Premier League teams, the men's league, like you would see like Nottingham versus Watford on the TV more than Chelsea versus Arsenal, you know what I mean? And it's not like I'm downgrading anyone, but it's just like you're only getting broadcasted on the big channels if it's a big game. And it's like, you got to keep that consistency, because once the media keeps that consistency, then the fans will keep that consistency, if that makes sense. Like we'll start to come to more games, we'll see that it's getting the recognition that it deserves. Because to be honest, the media does portray quite a lot as well in terms of what they're going to broadcast, what do they want us to see, and like how we're going to go to the games. And then I think once it gets broadcasted on bigger channels consistently, then the prices will go up, more fans will start to come, and then it'll all just start to come
What
together.
do you think about the diversity within female football? So like whether it's race, race,
yeah.
religion, maybe.
My younger age groups and my age group, I feel like there's a lot of diversity come through. Like you see, obviously, I'm black, I'm Arab, I'm Muslim, and I'm like seeing girls like me playing as well, and that just makes me feel good because I'm just like, oh my gosh, like there's players around me that are like me.
Yeah.
And definitely within the younger teams, there's a lot of diversity. But when you look at the Lionesses, like the actual team,
it's not that many, is it?
Yeah, it's almost like there's a specific type, like skinny blonde hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like once I see players, there's just not as much diversity. Like you'll see like Lauren James, for example, getting called up, but it's just like, can we have a bit more? You know what I mean? Because when you look at the men's team, you see predominantly black. You know what I mean? And then you're looking at the women's team, and like you see all these young girls like me who are black, like mixed race, all of that. Like they just want someone to look up to be able to be like, she looks like me. I can be her one day. You know what I mean? And just that bit of inspiration. I just feel like when you get to the top, higher to the top, there's a bit of lack of diversity than where there is at the bottom. I feel like when bigger clubs are looking at players, they got to look at they got to look at a variety of girls. You know what I mean? Not just your specific type to fit their gender, because like we can't be saying, oh yeah, we want this for women, we want this, all of that. Like we want more stuff, but we need to sort out our team first and make it more diverse and make girls feel comfortable who aren't looking like the Lionesses players, but have more of them in there. You know what I mean?
Because at first I thought it was a thing where like there was just not enough like black girls or mixed race girls or that actually want to get into football. But then obviously you just said that
there's a lot
like, so.
And also they just like, I remember my friend, she went to a tournament called Hackney Marshes, and there were predominantly black girls all there, like and from all religion as well. It's just like why don't they get picked up as well? Because sometimes I even look at girls, especially at Millwall, there's a lot of diversity, and I'm looking at, wow, like why are you not up there? You know what I mean? And it's almost like when I do see girls up there and other, why are you not playing for England as well? It's like, why are you, what makes you want to pick certain specific girls? And I don't think it's intentionally. I don't think they intentionally want to say, oh, we want a tall, white, skinny, blonde girl. You know what I mean? I don't think they intentionally say that, but it's just like, be more white, have more of a variety of girls. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, younger girls do look up to the Lionesses after like winning the Euros, seeing how much they're thriving through. So it's just like, have more. There just needs to be more diversity up there, because down here there's a lot. Like there's so many young girls from all different backgrounds, and it's just like they're kicking ball and enjoying it. But what are they going to get out of it if all they see is one agenda, one race, and all of that at the top?
So with the whole diversity thing, do you not think, because obviously like you said, women's football kind of just, it's kind of new. So maybe, I mean, surely when men's football was new as well, there wasn't probably that many like diversity in the teams and stuff like that. So probably with time,
it will become more
diverse.
It will become and also I feel like just need to look at girls down the side, like honestly.
I think that's true as well.
Because it's like with boys, they like with girls, I know you get invited to camps and all of that. And I don't know, I've never been invited to a camp. Hopefully soon I will be. But like I don't know, the boys, they just get picked up, whereas with the girls it's like I don't know what they actually want, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but all I know is that the black girls, all the girls from different religions, as I said, mixed race, all races down here, they have so much to offer. And like, even if it comes down to they may not fit you exactly, you can train them until you want them to fit, whether it's despite their race or but despite their religion. Because as I said, at the end of the day, we look up to you guys, so we need more diversity. And as you said, it will come over time because the game is new. And I feel like once they start to see, as time goes on, they will see that you can have a variety of players on the team. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. Have you ever came across like an hijabi playing football?
Yeah, and honestly, I have so much respect to them. Like, every time I play against a hijabi playing football, like they're so cold and like they're so composed and everything. And like obviously I'm a Muslim girl myself, and obviously I practice Islam. I've grown up in a Muslim household, and I've never really had the like courage to wear hijab whilst playing football. But obviously when I'm praying and all of that, I obviously wear a hijab and jilbab. But when I play against Muslim footballers, I'm just like, wow, like you guys inspire me. And these girls are my age as well. I'm just like, you guys inspire me to actually follow through my faith and not care what anyone else thinks. And it's like when you see an hijabi playing, for example, if you ever see a hijabi play for England, I feel like that will just open so many more doors. Definitely. And it will just make other girls feel so much comfortable within themselves to know that their country's behind them despite their religion, you know what I mean? Like it's just a heartwarming feeling for me, especially when I play against them. I'm just like, yeah, you guys are amazing, and I know you guys are going to get far, and that's what really inspires me to like become better.
Wait, what country are you from, by the way?
Should I state my whole ethnicity? So I'm Egyptian, Jamaican and Yemeni.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because for some reason, I don't know why I thought that. No, not about you, obviously, but I just thought Muslim girls would not be allowed to play football. I know about like countries in the Middle Eastern. Yeah. Like they're just so strict on women, like just being so. Yeah. Like not feminine, but just. You know,
I know what you mean. Like my friend, like she's Egyptian, but her dad doesn't want her playing football. I don't know why, but I think it's all to come down to like tradition. You know what I mean? Like especially because over in Middle East and in Egypt sometimes as well, they're very like, you're the man, you're the woman. Sorry, you do this, you do that. You know what I mean? So it's like when you see them doing kind of the same thing, it's just a bit like, oh. But I feel like we're starting to like sort of cool it down a bit more, you know what I mean, because they can see that we are doing
and I feel like going back to diversity, I feel like if they were to see more
ethnic minorities
actually in teams and actually doing well, I feel like it'll be more acceptable for their daughters
100%. Like if you show like your parents, if I see a hijabi or a black girl, like say, look mum and dad, look what's on screen, it can happen. That will definitely, I feel like parents will start to become more open and more acceptable of like, okay, my daughter can make this happen. What am I going to do to make sure my daughter gets there as well? You know what I mean? So, as I said, and going back to the start, what we're saying, the media show and like what the teams show in terms of their diversity within the team has an influence on the future, basically, in my opinion.
Once I must have been speaking to a man who was an Arsenal fan, actually, a woman's Arsenal fan, and he was telling me, like, we're just talking about like what the differences are when he watches like men football and girls football, and he actually said how like when he watches like women play, he feels like they're actually like in it because they want to play. Like there's more like motivation, there's more like you can just tell that they want to.
It's like we've got a point to prove as well when we're playing.
Oh, you think it's okay?
Like we've got so much fire and desire that we want to win, because it's like not only for me, it's like not only I want to win the game, I want to win to show you guys like we can do what the men can do as well. You know what I mean? It's almost like we're just fighting for that, not equality, but that recognition that we deserve. You know what I mean? So it's like with women, it's like they're fighting for to win the game and to get that recognition from other people. And it's like when I watch women play as well, with like not saying anything, with men, like say for example a player was to get fouled, you'll see them rolling over the floor, screaming ref. With women, I see female footballers get kicked in the face, all of that, and they're still playing, and it's like it's almost like we have to prove a point to you guys that like we can do it, you know what I mean? And like we just get on with it really, because it's like who's got time to be shouting ref, all of that.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I didn't even see it like that, but obviously you're actually like a player, so it actually makes sense, and like you actually like see why that's happening, because to me I just thought they're just more passionate about it.
Yeah, I'm more passionate 100%. Like
because I don't know, I feel like lately with men, they're just, me personally, I think men nowadays are just playing football for the money, and it's not actually really about wanting to play football, loving the team that you're playing for. Like I just think men football, I mean obviously it's still good because I watch it, right? But I just don't think like the love and passion is there.
That's what like I had this discussion with my mum. It's like football is almost, it's just a business nowadays. Literally. Like it's like you're a player, you're gonna get sold off, you're gonna get brought for, and as you said, it's almost like with girls, we're almost kind of keeping that tradition of playing for passion, you know what I mean? Whereas with boys, they still have passion, they still have desire, but it's just a business for them nowadays. Like, you're getting all these transfer markets, you're getting players in, players out, how much are you worth? And it's like, with women's football, you never really can have that conversation as much of how much are you worth, you know, as with men, it's like, how much are you worth? You're worth 20.5 million? Cool, I'm going to buy you, or something like that.
Yeah.
Whereas with women's, as I said, we're keeping a tradition of, I want to play football because I want to play football.
Yeah.
I don't care about the money or the fame. It's like, even though it'll be nice on the side, but like, I'm playing because I love it and I want to make a change.
That's true. I just think it's just more authentic.
Yeah, literally. It's like, as I said, and it's kind of sad to see that with men's, like, it is just almost like a business. Like, I'm just buying you now because you can play well, you play well, you're a good player.
Yeah.
Just join my team.
As we're coming to the end,
yeah,
my last question is, how do you think women football can be pushed further? Like, whether it's so within the actual league, so the WSL being pushed to get more sponsorship, or just younger girls wanting to join football. Like, how do you think that?
Honestly, I think it's just getting broadcasted on larger platforms, really, in terms of like female women's matches, or seeing women in adverts and all of that, just getting broadcasted. And also, like, with women's football, with so much more community, in terms of like, you'll see the players go down to little girl sessions and join in their sessions and give them talks, you know what I mean? Whereas women, you won't see it as much. So I feel like as long as we continue to do the communal stuff with younger girls and get shown on TV more and within adverts and newspapers and all of that more, I feel like that will definitely push the women's game higher up, and we will get more recognition. And teams as well need to be more open when accepting younger girls that want to play football. Yeah, they may not be the best, but take them in and train them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not going to get your Ronaldo straight away. Like, I know I wasn't. Like, when I first wanted to sign for my team, the coach did not want me at all. And this is Sunday League. You're not even at a good level.
Yeah.
And he didn't even want to sign me. But then he signed me, and then I showed him that, look, I can do it. And now I'm at an academy. And then,
Not every girl will start off and just be like
what
Ronaldo,
I mean.
do you get it? Like, it's actually a process.
And this is what I mean. It comes down to the coaches. Like, this is where you test whether if you're like an actual serious coach, because you know, as a serious coach, you're going to look at a player, they're not going to be the best player ever. There's no such thing as a perfect player, and it's up to you whether if you're going to have a good mindset and be like, cool, she may not be the best, but I can see the potential, I can see that she wants it, and let me work with her. And I feel like coaches need to start doing that a lot more, especially at the lower levels. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Not saying you need to humble yourself or anything, but like, you need to have a realistic approach to the game. Like, they're not the best player, they're not the perfect player, but let me give them a chance. Let me train them into how I want them to be, or how I know they should be, and then it's all about giving them a chance. And then once coaches start to do that to a variety of girls, they see, cool, I'm not the best, but I'm gonna be the best. That's true. What I mean? And that's just that motivation and that acceptance, really, from different people and coaches.
Literally, I feel like for girls, the main thing that they should remember, because there's been a lot of times that I've come across like younger girls that want to play football, but they don't want to get into it because they just think that they're not good enough. But it's like, we all start from somewhere. Like,
literally.
Not everyone, even with boys, I'm pretty sure with boys, like, they're not all good, but like,
and with boys, like, it's definitely much more harsh. Like, with boys, you'll get told straight up, literally, you're not good enough, you know what I mean? Whereas with girls, I feel like we see the potential, we work with them. So it's all, as I said, it's just the coach's mindset. Are you really gonna work with them, or do you want your Ronaldo straight away, which you're not gonna get? That'd be so real.
I feel like that's why women should actually be coaching.
Yeah, female coaches, I feel like they'll look at a player, they'll obviously have their doubts, but
they'll see the potential. Like,
exactly, that's what you've got to see the potential. Not saying for you to go and pick off any guy off the street that's never kicked ball in their life, but if you're at a trial, if you're watching these girls trial and see they're not at your standard that you want, but you know they can get there, then just pick them.
Exactly. I think it just all comes down to the fact that football is becoming a business now.
It is.
So they're just not willing
to see. It's like, even boys, well, obviously I play under 18s, and my friends that are 16, 17, 18 getting paid from a young age. It's just money.
Literally.
Like, honestly, like, who's gonna offer me, which club's gonna offer me the most money? I'm gonna go there, whether you're happy or you're not.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of sad.
Literally, it's like, and as you were saying, I totally agree with like how women, we just play because we want to play, not because of the money or the fame. Like,
Yeah.
that comes after.
This is the end.
Yeah, thank you.
It was lovely having you. Thank you for
for
coming. So guys, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. I'll have AR social media, everything in the description box below. Make sure to check it out.
Thank you.
And yeah, that's the end. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.